This Council now becomes Committee of the Whole Council to consider the Stablecoins Bill. Members may refer to the appendix to the script for the debate and voting arrangements for the bill. Members have been informed that the committee will conduct a joint debate on the clauses, schedules, and amendments. I now propose a question to you that the following clauses and schedules send part of the bill. Clauses 1 to 175 and schedules 1 to 8. Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury will move amendments to amend various clauses and schedules and to add new clause 148. Members may refer to the appendix to the script for details of the amendments. Members may now proceed to a joint debate on the clauses, schedules, and amendments. I will first call upon the Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury to speak, but he is not required to move the amendments at this stage. Then I will call upon members to speak. Upon the conclusion of the joint debate, the committee will first vote on the clauses and schedule with no amendments sending part of the bill, then proceed to deal with the amendments according to the arrangements set out in the appendix to the script. Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury. Chairman, the amendments proposed by the government are mainly in response to the views of the Bills Committee, the legal advisor, and the industry, and the Bills Committee supports the amendments. The amendments primarily seek to expand the scope of permitted offers and include more information in the list of matters to be stated in a written notice imposing sanctions. I have already introduced the amendments during my speech for the resumption of the second reading debate. In addition, in response to the recommendations of Bills Committee and the legal advisor, and after reviewing the provisions of the bill, we propose amendments to address technical and drafting issues. Chairman, we have already introduced the amendments to the Bills Committee, and the members of the Bills Committee support the amendments. I implore members to support the amendments. Thank you, Chairman. Dr. Junius Ho. Chairman, as said by Mr. Christopher Ho, gold may be included, but he said right now in the world landscape, gold has not been referred to for stable coins, or it has not been included as a kind of stable coins. But can't we just be a pioneer in this? If other people have it and we're doing it, we are just catching up. But if we can have something more, it will be innovative. I heard that the government would do a review in future. I appreciate that. In future, we should expand the definition of stable coins and to make it even more stable, right? Nothing is more stable than gold, essentially. And gold is just an option, not the only option. Why not enhance our attractiveness further by doing this? I don't really understand the Secretary's logic, but I do appreciate the Secretary saying that a review will be conducted, but it must be conducted expeditiously. The bill was introduced in December last year, and the bill is going to be passed within 6 months from then. It is all about connecting the dots to make things more vibrant. If you are conducting a review, conduct it expeditiously. Thank you. Does any other member wish to speak? If not, does the Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury wish to respond? If not, we now vote on the clauses and schedules with no amendments sending part of the bill. Those in favor, please raise your hands. Those against, please raise your hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. The committee now deals with the clauses and schedules with amendments. Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury, you may move your amendments. Chairman, I move the amendments set out in the appendix to the script. I propose the question to you that the Secretary's amendments be passed. With those in favor, please raise their hands. Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the amendments passed. Clauses 4, 9, 12, 25, 33, 41, 84, 108, 112, 122, 124, 132, 140, 142, 143, 145, 155, 160, and 170, and Schedules 2, 6, and 7 as amended. And I put the question to you that the clauses and schedules as amended, just read out by the clerk, stand part of the bill. Will those in favor please raise their hands? Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. We now deal with the new clause. New clause 140A, say of execution of specified decision. Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury, you may move the second reading of new clause. Chairman, I move the second reading of the new clause just read out by the clerk. I propose the question to you that the new clause read out by the clerk be read the second time. Those in favor, please raise their hands. Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. New clause 140A. Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury. Chairman, I move that the new clause read out by the clerk be added to the bill. I propose the question to you that the new clause read out by the clerk be added to the bill. Will those in favor please raise their hands? Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. All the proceedings on the Stablecoins Bill have been concluded in Committee of the Whole Council. Council now resumes. Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury. President, I now report to the Council that the Stablecoins Bill has been passed by Committee of the Whole Council with amendments. I move the motion that this Council adopts this report. I now propose the question to you that the Secretary's motion be passed. Will those in favor please raise their hands? Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. Third reading. Stablecoins Bill. Secretary for Financial